Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Organized Chaos. We got for you match one here. Comfy Cowboys, Blank's team, up against the Dream Team, who I believe Bowser is captaining. I'm excited for tonight. It's always a good time with Organized Chaos. What about you, Shay?
I'm doing great, Zooey. Thank you. I am excited for these matches tonight.
Yeah. I mean, Blank obviously currently running the server, running the show, so we're gonna be a little bit extra mean because that's just what we do. But still, we do our best to keep matches balanced, and so I don't really expect anything to be a complete stop. We've
Yeah,
got
no,
we've got yeah.
I was saying the teams when they were being drafted looked very very well balanced. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, either way, getting into Lijiang Tower here is our first map. Loading into Night Market specifically is, I don't know if you guys are seeing that now or we'll see it in just a moment, so potential spoilers, don't tell anyone. Um, but, definitely a point with a lot of options. Like, you can play a slow comp here, you can play Rush, you can even fuck around with some Dive or some Widow if you like.
Yeah, I can see some flyers like a Farah working well here just to get some more off angles
Yeah.
and boops potential on the edge of the map.
Yeah, Boop's always a concern on this point. Always a concern on kind of all of Lijiang Tower. It's a very boop heavy map. You can get them on pretty much any point, but Blank hovering that wrecking ball, that's a boop character.
Yeah, what I like about Blank's team there is like it's a very quick dive, like very greedy with the TP and the Genji Zen. Very focusing on like a target, but just playing spread. I suppose Kiri there is helping to keep him alive. Whereas Eevee is opting for Orisa, and we've seen them play that quite a bit.
Yeah, Orisa, always good. Just not dying is a very nice thing to do on tank, but big chunk onto Bowser, down immediately. I don't know who did all that damage, but it was Kai who cleaned it up, and now Blank's rolling through. Nimbus falls, and that was a quick first fight.
Indeed, yeah, getting one off angle there with the Lucio and Soldier on the off angle, like very unorthodox for Team Bowser.
Yeah, I believe Team Bowser's actually I forgot Team Bowser's names. I know Blank is Comfy Cowboys. Oh dear. Anyway, but
Dream
yeah,
Team.
I think took a bunch of Dream Team. That's it. Took a bunch of Blank is off the map, and there's also DC from the side of Dream Teams. It looks like Puffles has had some kind of tech issue. So I'm gonna get a quick pause, get that sorted. Off the map, so it's a 4v4, but with the tank advantage, you would expect Dream Team to do well here.
Yeah, Dream Team is down a support, and Blank can come back very soon. And he still has all his old charge. However, I don't know what is causing the problem here. We are trying to get a quick little fix here, get them back in the game, and
Puffles is back in lobby, so we're gonna unpause and let the fight keep rolling as engage on the point using the solar pad fields with like jazz. It's I get the name. It's clever. Yeah, cleans up and point flips to the Dream Team.
we see Puffles is connected, but they still haven't selected a character. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, so am I. Hopefully everything's okay. And Puffles then okay, there they go. Maybe just talking with their team about what character they want to go. Eevee pushing in very far. Does have that Terra Surge, but obviously not really a great escape tool because you can't move during it. The Spear Spin will get them away. It's still just Bowser and Nimbus and Soldier heals. We're healing. Oh, and Puffles gets caught on the run back. That's cruel, Blank. You didn't have to do that, but
Right on the DC
Puffles, they
player.
didn't nearly get the pick up.
What I like about Eevee there, being able to get out was giving Bowser a whole lot of ult charge. So even though they lose this fight, they have a percentage over them, and they can re-engage.
They are actually they're retaking here. Wait, what happened? Where did Comfy Cowboys go? I don't know, but Wicked died on point. The point flips to Dream Team. Blank rolling around, gets over the wall and gets a mega. Ults coming up from both sides, missing the Nano and the Terra Surge. But as the mines drop, we'll see what else wants to drop for ults. The Soldier stuck in the corner. Can Nimbus live Jedi takes out Blank. 2 full Puffles is off the map of their own accord, according to the game. I don't know if that's just a reset or something else happened there, but 9 for percentage is Dream Team as one shoot. Oh, Puff. Oh, Puff DC'd again. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Quite unfortunate start we're having here.
Yeah. It's not Overwatch Esports without a whole bunch of tech issues, though, is it? Well, either way, hopefully we'll get them back in. They haven't actually been kicked from lobby, so hopefully things will stabilize on their end.
What I really like about the take there was that Dream Team only used High Noon there to try and zone them out and buy a little more time. I do believe that Comfy Cowboys have the better ult advantage and can come in with a very quick Kitsune Blade. That should be a very quick first engagement here.
Puffles has fully DC'd once again. That's really unfortunate that support ultimates, like you were just talking about with the Transcendence and the Kitsune, they're so impactful, and Puffles now being reset twice cannot feel good.
Yeah. The Ana, like if they just need to play in the back line just real slow and keep that Orisa up, I think they might be able to get another contest here for a fight before it switch or completely caps at 99. We'll see how it happens.
It's possible. I think Nimbus and Bowser are both in spawn though, and so I don't think there's really anyone left to contest, but we'll see how it plays out once we get Puffles back in, which hopefully won't take too long. But yeah, like you were talking about, there's that Kitsune Blade online, but on the other side, Bowser has this beat, which could definitely give Dream Team the health they need to sorry, blank just typed amazon.com/router and that completely threw me off. But yeah, that beat could definitely give Dream Team the toughness they need to potentially kite that Kitsune Blade. Puffles, sorry, is now back in lobby. Teams are reporting ready, so hopefully we'll get you back in just a moment. As Bowser Deneko has linked their stream and Blank has called it a bad stream. Classic organized chaos things.
Yep, we're walking back in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Yeah, with the beat, I really think they need to hold on to it for the blade to come out. They can't use it early, otherwise that's going to be just a huge waste.
Eevee now mirroring the ball is very interesting. That's not really kind of something I expected out of the break. So unfortunately Puffles has had their ult charge reset again. Quick roll through on the point, pull some attention. Nimbus! Ooh, Nimbus explodes, but Puffles hits the nade, and so now there's no blade on the table. Delta Jaden gets their Transcendence source by a very nice play from Eevee. Puffles major of the rundown, can't save proper. Can they save themselves? Looks like just about not, as Icicle. Oh, the flip though. Eevee gets the flip behind their noses, and that's not nothing. Oh, whoa, ults are happening. Whoa, hang on. This is not a lost fight for Dream Team. They are committing, and they are winning.
A late blade might be able to turn it.
Yeah.
Blank looking down at Lucio.
Blank, we've all been there. If you've played ball, you've accidentally done that. Blank falls the proper. It's just Wicked and Kaisicle, and now it's just Kaisicle, huge stick. Proper.
Managed to get Bowser with the roll in.
About it? Do you want to talk about it, Proper? We just rolled into our Lucio. We just want the taxi back. We just want the taxi back.
Oh Lord.
We've all made that mistake, but it's still funny when it happens. And, round 1 to Dream Team.
Wild and chaotic fights. That's exactly what you expect here in Organized Chaos.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We're seeing some swaps again. This is probably just for a rollout with Kaisicle on the Symmetra again.
Probably, but it is. Excuse me. It is Control Center, which is not the best ball map in the game. So
it is really good for brawl.
See some swaps. It is. Do we see the honorable Rhine duel? No. Looks like Eevee going back to the horse, but Blank, a true red-blooded hamster enjoyer. Can't blame him for that.
You see a little roll through, just setting up, poking.
Slam comes through. Jazz is down though. That's the problem with the ball. It's a good coordination to pick up Nimbus, but like this Orisa just kind of has free reign to walk on your back. Juno, you can't really contest it as the ball, and so if you don't get the backline trades, you're not going to win the fight. They got Nimbus, but they're lost by supports. Icicle gets dashed through, and yeah, they're contesting the point, but it's not likely they're going to cap it.
Point goes
One
down.
dead, I don't think there's any chance.
Yep, you just give over the point and regroup.
Yeah, that's the threat of the ball in this map is you don't have like the problem with the ball in this map, I should say, is that you don't really have a great way to, you know, contest any rotations like do. Oh, Kaisakol, that's a brutal stagger. That's so unfortunate for them.
Eevee
like
doing the
Sigma now.
I just love that from Eevee doing the twirl to keep him off the coming back
Smash
up.
Smash Bros ledge guard. Ooh, Blank getting jammed in a corner by the horse. Makes it out. That's a very nice lamp from Delta Jaden. A lot of damage still coming through, but they can reset, they can stabilize. Wicked has a pulse bomb, which could open things up.
Well, with that lamp being down, now is the time.
Yeah. Lamp comes out, stick misses because Eevee dies. Oops. Oops, I killed the Orisa. Sorry about your pulse bomb, Wicked, but they make up for it. They get both backlands. They get both Puffles and Bowser. Nimbus shuts them down, but this should be Cozy Cowboys' point.
Yeah, I think it was a great swap for Blank to go onto the Sigma. Just it works so much better in this map.
Yeah, it means the Orisa can't just like free walk on your back line. It gives your Juno someone to actually speed around.
Yeah,
now
you
they really got a window, a ray. What do they not nearly have? A pulse bomb. Who cares about that?
honestly, I'd like to see. Well, okay. I was gonna
Ajax,
say
Bowser
that's
Ajaxed!
Oh no!
Oh, that's really unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, completely fair, Blank got Ajax too. He got his flex canceled, but ult's flying with Fury now. There's 5 ults from the Dream Team. I think they just about win this. It's just Wicked left, but wow, that was a chaotic moment. Yes, yes, the Honorable Reinhardt.
Let's go, Eevee. I want to see more.
Yeah. Ryan actually pretty good into Sigma because you can just shield up into his face and then swing, and the Sigma doesn't like that.
He has no mobility, but does have a Juno ring to possibly disengage with.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting play. It's not, yeah. It's not a clear cut one either way. Pulse bomb out, gets Puffles. That's the pick you want. All the healing is gone. This Reinhardt having to run for his life. Wicked shredding this backline. That's a third for Wicked. Blank denies the ace, but let's see if they can at least get 4. No, Blank steals those last 2. How could it be Blank?
Jaden had a really good window there just to put more pressure and secure the fight. When Dream Team has nothing, I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, it's a window. Like we talk about all the time, but window is effectively a cooldown. Ooh, Blank in a lot of trouble. This is what the Reinhardt threatens to do. The pin in, the orbital ray lands, but it can't save Blank. Can they make use of it anyway? Wicked continuing their reign of terror. And what a chaotic scrappy fight. Eevee at like 1 HP. The Blink melee gets it. I don't even know who's left alive. I think it's Wicked and Kaisakol up against Proper, and it looks like the Cowboys lock it down until Blank comes back on the ball. Nimbus, oh wow, yeah, that trade, they just buffed Tracer and you really saw it there.
Mm-hmm. A nice shield drop of the pulse.
Yeah, very nicely played. Is a shatter, and the ball is sleeping, and the ball is shattered. The lamp comes out. Is it enough to save Blank? It is. Wow. And Bowser falls and all of that. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. If you're Dream Team, Deadeye rolling the deflect from Proper, seeing testing Kaisakle's discipline. Both players pass. Oh, tries to dash back but dies. Pin kill from Eevee, but round 2 goes to Comfy. Is it Comfy or Cozy? Good lord.
Comfy, I think.
I think it's Comfy. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Either way, round 2. Both close rounds, though. This is what you get. This is what you get in organized games. This is why it's so great.
And now Blank's complaining about counter swaps. Wasn't he the first one to swap tank?
Yes, he was. Well, technically, Eevee swapped to mirror the ball and then went back to Orisa, but Blank was the first one to do a true counter swap with the Sigma. So check your privilege, Blank. Either
Oh,
way, this is the ball point on this map, though. We're on Gardens.
yeah. If you're gonna keep playing Ryan here, Evie, you gotta play point and like bunker down. You can't be playing split.
Yeah.
But when you get a ball going in, or
Ah, the
ooh,
Winston.
Winston, okay, okay,
Yeah, the Winston makes a lot more sense here than I think the Ryan.
absolutely.
Is Winston's a little bit more sustainable in the ball. The anti-nade doesn't quite connect. Flank doing some fancy things, but Delta Jaden's already down, as is Jazz, and oh, blank!
Bowser
You
got the
can't
boot.
let Bowser do that to you after you said he has a bad streak. Tisk tisk.
Point's gonna unlock, and maybe they're gonna try and contest this, but I would say getting
Blank's
slapped.
gonna roll through, gets slapped, gets antied, having a terrible day. Does
That-
manage to get the slam off, which actually converts into a kill on a Bowser. There's still some play here for Comfy Cowboys, but down your tank. Well, that's a 2v2, but with Kaisicle falling, Delta Jin's too far away, although Blank might.
gonna try and
Blank
force
says this
the
ain't
issue.
over, I'm still here. Yeah, he's gonna try to force the issue. Respawn's gonna be quicker, I think, for Dream Team as Blank's spinning around on point. Eevee doesn't care. Eevee's on the back line. That's a very smart play from Eevee.
Mm-hmm.
Forces a lot of resources, gets very low. I think Puffles has them. Yeah, they'll keep safe. Oh, Nimbus, a little too greedy and a great punish from Blank.
Does get traded. Pulse comes out.
Yeah. 95 to the Primal proper. Doing work, though. Puffles hits a very nice shot at Delta Jaden. It's now just Blank and Wicked, although we've seen what Wicked can do. Up against both supports in the Genji. Good little rotate from Puffles. Escapes the Tracer and Blank. Blank's been a real focus for this Dream Team, and it's worked for him.
Yeah, Blank is having the tank experience.
Blank with the Z's in the chat. Yeah, you were taking a nap there, buddy. That's what the Ana can do. 5 ultimates online for Dream Team 2. This is going to be tough. Maybe
Yeah.
the Mines can find something at the Deadeye.
Nanoblade.
Nanoblade coming through. They get Bowser, they get Jaden with the one slash kill on Wicked. Blank doesn't think this is over. Gonna drop the mines, but I don't know if I agree with him. How low? Ooh, he gets caught by the Deadeye. Icicle's hitting shots.
Something.
Oh, takes the rockets to the face, and that will, in my humble opinion, ping. What? I don't know if Eevee's roasting Blank or not, although this should be map 1 to Dream Team.
You just have Blank here stalling point best he can.
Nimbus, how many times are you gonna take the ball to the face? Come on, you got this. Oh, that poor Juno. Slow walk back directly in front of the 76. Not much there for Jazz. Kaisicle gets the touch. No, Jaden's on. But once Jaden goes down, who's gonna be able to make it? No one's gonna be
Nope.
alive. And
Good
map
round.
1. Yeah, map 1 to Dream Team.
Yeah, I really like the coordination coming out from Dream Team. Like, just as long as Puffles can stay connected, I think they can keep
Yeah.
going.
Honestly, I don't even think you're necessarily wrong on the read that they only lost round 1 because Puffles DC'd twice and couldn't build an ultimate. Like, that's a very reasonable take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Wicked.
players,
Ooh.
the players there, Proper and Nimbus and Eevee are all really great at what they're doing here. Bowser,
Yeah.
just don't Ajax and you're good, bud.
Yeah, just don't Ajax. I mean, Wicked, though, on the side of Comfy Cowboys, Wicked was frying. Like,
For
that was
real.
incredible Tracer gameplay.
Yeah, with the buff that came through for Tracer in this last patch, I would do expect to see a little bit more come out in these tournaments.
Nimbus
least
is
until
going to
they
come out
revert.
for Shmee, which, just for people who don't know, we do make sure that every player plays at least one map in a series. So, even if you're a bronze player and you're like, oh, but, if I sign up, people aren't going to want to, play me on their team. No, they have to. Like,
Everybody gets around.
Don't worry. Yeah. Everyone gets one map per series. I don't know if that rule's technically the same for grand finals, but I think it is. And the thing is, the grand finals are just first to 3 instead of first to 2, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. So we'll see them coming in as Blank is server owner. It looks like Blank has taken themselves out for beach ball. I wonder, do we have two baseball enjoyers in one team?
We got to choose a next map, and the type I believe has to be like push or flashpoint. Yep.
I believe it does, and they're gonna go with New Junk City. Come on, give us Atlas. Show us the new cool fancy map, you coward.
I do like the new map, but New Junk City
It's
does.
very pretty.
Well, yes, it is very pretty. I feel New Junk City though might work a bit better for the ball that they want to run. If they're switching out beach ball, are they?
Yeah, they have beach ball in over Blank now, so
Yeah.
hard to say for sure if there is going to be um a ball play coming through, but we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. But if Eevee wants to keep running like a Brawly Reinhardt or a Risa,
Yeah.
maybe even a Ramatra, I think it does lend itself to that map type as well.
Personally, I'm actually very partial to Hazard on New Junk City.
Mm. Haven't seen Hazard on New Junk for a while, or in many of my games, to be honest.
Yeah, Hazard kind of a weird place where he's like a brawl dive hybrid tank, but I think some people are underestimating him. I think especially with the Tracer buff, he actually has a pretty good matchup into the buff Tracer for attack. So
Fair enough.
is Blink just making sure everyone's ready before we hop in. Hopefully Puffle's internet doesn't scam Dream Team again. Um As what do you think of these drives? By the way, I've heard a lot of people don't like them. I'm actually kind of partial to them. They like the
I'm not.
Lindholm Industries, the Torbjorn kind of style ones.
I can see the Cheeto from it. Yeah, I wasn't
I do
crazy.
see the Cheeto.
Wasn't crazy about the color myself, but I mean some of the later drives, the ones with the animations on them, look pretty good. I
Yeah,
do.
I think yeah.
I really
It
did
really
like
does
the
pop
ones
off those
before,
ones.
like the blue and purpley looking.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. I do like these. I think they're overhated, but I do think the blue and the purple were better.
Hmm. Make sure we're all squared away.
Yeah. So we're just wait.
Yep.
Yep. Casters are ready. We can tell them that. As shout out to our wonderful producer reported. Just real quick, everyone make sure everyone knows the producer because they don't get enough love.
Yep. Always working in the background. Always very valuable to the stream. Integral.
Also, reported pulling double duty as our observer right now. Some extra credit for that. Not easy to both produce and observe at the same time. So,
Hmm.
as we
Great
are
job.
going to be heading into New Junk City, yeah, right now.
With these perks that have been changed up, I can't quite remember everything that has happened, but it's
I
hard to
don't.
keep track mid match.
Yeah. There were not that many perk changes in the last patch. Life Weaver got a slight buff to his cleansing grip. I think everything else was like actual balance changes, but you do make a good point that it is kind of hard to keep track of who has what perk, unless it's something very obvious like Orissa's shield perk or yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, or we were seeing it in the with Blank. He had the ball slam, the longer
yeah, the hang time.
wind up. Yeah,
Yeah. So both teams hovering the queen to start with.
Junker Queen
Queen kind
can
of
work here.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's literally her hometown. Been out of favor a bit recently. People have been, kind of preferring that, Orisa or even the Ramatra, but I'm always down to see some good Queen gameplay. I believe Kaisicle is just going to be TPing, so we'll see what they're going in a moment. But on one side you got the Juno Kiriko, on the other side the Brig Juno. Be interesting to see how that mirror plays out. This is not a mirror.
I'm sorry. I got pinged real quick for my team next round.
Yes, our wonderful Shay here is playing in match 2, so make sure you stick around and give him some love. But Ash throwing a wicked, Proper finds an early kill, and now with the Juno down, it should be Dream Team securing this fight, and it will be. I don't know what exactly chunked Wicked down, but Proper again, like, been so good about punishing these targets that do get these chunks. If I had to guess, it was probably a rail shot.
Possibly,
Now,
yeah.
Ender going over to the Kiri. I do like the Kiri quite a bit more than the Juno into the Queen, because Rampage just shuts down Orbital Ray, just aiming for everyone who can't really walk with the Ray. It's really kind of feels bad situation. Really, kind of Rig interesting. It's kind of speed up the side of this.
Yeah, no, I feel like for a team like this where you want to brawl, you want to be quick. So if you're not playing Lucio, you should be playing Juno.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be hurting him though, so Kaisicle gets 2. Will eventually fall, but this should be Comfy Cowboys flipping the point. Assuming they would touch it, there we go. No, not the magical 74 for Dream Team, for those of you who don't know. Once you hit 74%, anyone who dies will not be able to get a clean touch, assuming that. But basically, 74 is the magical percentage on flashpoints or clean retouch, or even just any touch.
Yeah, here, I'd wonder if you just...
Wicked gets run down into main. I don't know if he really had a chance to run towards the supports, unfortunately, but Icicle managed to get the trade up to Shmi. They still play here, man. Now Wicked gonna go over that Tracer. Can't. The Rampage dropped. Rally in exchange, but Delta Jaden just has to hold that shield, and the axe eventually connects. And the Rampage, ooh! Some good stall here from Wicked, but we're heading to last fight territory as Dream Team will flip the point.
Mm-hmm. Comfy Cowboys switching over to get the Delta Jaden onto Lucio for that speed.
Yeah, I do think that's an important swap. I don't know if the rally was necessarily worth it, but I'm not gonna judge. This is an amazing player I'm not, so. Blade, it drops Delta Jaden, but they get the trade up Puffles. Proper as Blade, going very strong noisy, cuts through Beach Ball as well. Bowser and Echo kind of stuck in Narnia here. So Wicked gets the rundown onto him. The Ventral popped. I'm not entirely certain they needed that.
Well, they did get the point flipped, so they had to pressure somewhere. Someone somewhere. Managed to flip it.
Beach Ball over to the Winston. What do you think of that? That's an interesting swap.
He could work on a different point, but not in the middle one there. So perhaps here when we're going to, is it Ducks?
Yeah, it's the Ducks. I do feel like Winston doesn't have that great of a matchup into the Junker Queen, though. Although if he finds Proper here, that's quite nice. Good character from Puffles, though. Very well played. I don't actually know where Eevee is. Eevee's stuck in the back line. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive, or maybe just a good punish. Hard to say. Proper, though, doing his thing. Looking like his namesake a little bit.
Beach Ball punning.
Not quite going to be enough.
Beach Ball doing really well on the Winston, and it seems that we're actually in the sewers rather than in the Ducks.
Oh, yeah. That fight just kind of took place in front of the Ducks, so we just assumed. But yeah, you are correct. I believe this is Refinery. Is what it's
Refinery, yes. It is hard to see where the next point is after that first one caps.
Yeah, it can be. Either way, Shmi has this railgun to continue to lay down for Endercart, but a good Rampage comes through. Beach Ball can't live. Now pushing their advantage with that beat. Bowser a little greedy though. Now Wicked shining in this Kitsune rush. The point flips and Wicked falls. But is it enough?
Well, I'd like to see just a little more.
Yeah. I do think, Beach Ball's back. Can they catch Proper? Yes! Very important kill there from Delta Jaden. Wow, those are really 2 critical kills from Wicked. Yes, Dream Team picks up 27%, but they're going to end up losing that fight, and that's a brutal stagger on Shmi, although actually I think does catch the wave of Bowser and Echo, so not actually that bad.
Mm-hmm. And that's been such a game changer in Overwatch 2 is when they allowed you to catch earlier teammates respawn.
Ooh, Blade coming through. Both Curies down. Delta Jaden has the beat. Bowser doesn't, so that's a lot of extra HP here for Cozy Cowboys. Trades still flying. Eevee here. Wicked. Oh, the knife. Just enough, but I don't think Eevee can touch. I think that's point 2 again to Cozy Cowboys. Comfy Cowboys. God. I'll get it right one day.
It's all good. We're going into point 3 on Flashpoint, so it is all for the Cowboys to win.
I don't think this is Scrapyard. Wait, is this Refinery? I don't know. I don't know the point names on the map, on the points on this map.
It might be Scrapyard. I'm not sure.
Might be. I thought Scrapyard was the one behind Shmeen right now.
It might be. It's the one with the big overhead arch. They're looking, just poking, prodding, trying to hold the choke.
Oh no, you're right. This is Refinery. The other one's Bomb Flats, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, wait, no. This is Junkyard. The other one's Bomb Flats. That we just went through Refinery. And the final one's the Ducks. Yeah.
It's all good.
We figured it out. Don't worry, chat. So, well, when we were figuring it out, an early cap goes the way of Cozy Cowboys, but they do end up losing this fight. Although, good late kill there from Beach Ball could give them some good re-engage potentials. Just the Lucio for healing. It's not a lot.
Yeah, with Kaisical being down with their only ult online, I can see Eevee holding this very aggressively with the Rampage.
There is that gets. Oh wow! Wicked just gets smoked. I think that was a headshot from Proper and some Cheerios from Bowser Echo, and now Dream Team have hit the go button. The Rampage comes through. 3 ults popped at the same time from Dream Team. Not ideal, but it should get them there. Although Kaisical, I don't think 2 picks is enough, but it's certainly impressive.
Yeah, no, they were trying, but the team fight was lost. Unless, of course, yeah, you didn't even have Kitsune up to help you get out and live. Cycle cooldowns. One more time, we got Beach Ball looking for an engage.
Kaisical over to that Sojourn. Gonna be here a bit late. If it's honestly maybe not even a terrible idea here for Comfy Cowboys to just give this up, but they do go for the touch. Beach Ball lays the bubble down. Shout comes through. Window lands from Puffles, taking a lot of damage. As Delta Jaden trying to find something, anything. They do enough as Beach Ball does fall, but so does Puffles and Shmee and Proper. Whoa, hang on, this is turned. The beat did land from Bowser, but I don't think it's enough. Bowser falls and now it's just Eevee. We do have a lot of HP, but their respawns are slower. All these players from Cozy Cowboys gotta do is live, and they are living. Sort of the Pulse Bomb is finally enough. Ooh, wow, Wicked almost couldn't get back to point there in time, and I think yeah. Eevee with the nice stick, and you know what? It was a nice stick.
It was. I think now, since you've used just basically everything but your Queen ult, which is you coming up here, you gotta just like try and force cooldown or the ultimates out of Comfy Cowboys for next fight or the next point to the advantage in ult economy.
Kitsune Rush laid down the path for Comfy Cowboys to follow to take us to a map 3. Bowser Echo down, Eevee off the map. That's what they need, and that is a map 3.
Well done.
Yeah, very, very well played New Junk City there from Comfy Cowboys.
I'd say we had Eevee doing a great job on tank. Fearsome to go up against.
Yeah. Kind of, I think we are also kind of, maybe not giving quite enough credit to these backlines. Both backlines have been playing very well. It feels like it's really like whoever makes a hero play first. Like, does Wicked get 2 kills on the Tracer? Does Kaisical get a big venture on Emerge, Unburrow? I don't know what to call it. Does Shmee just hit a 2K rail? Like, that feels like what it's coming down to. These supports, how the heck these teams are playing so solidly that it's coming down to like these really like flashy, heroic plays, and that's all the fun of organized chaos, and that's all the fun of Overwatch too.
Yeah, everybody is able to make a moment for themselves here in these scrappy fights.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't have the exact SR of these players to hand, but we've got a like good variety of SR. I think we've got like some plat players. There's a couple silvers.
We've got everybody
I think
from
Shmi
BM down
might
to silver.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think Shmi might even be bronze, but I'm not 100% on that, so I'm not gonna say that for certainty. But either way, like Shmi, kind of a lower ranked player. But still, they made some huge plays. So
yep.
that's the fun of organized chaos is, yeah, you're going up against some players who are better than you, but you also have players on your team who are as good as those players, so you still get your chance to shine, even if you're not, GM or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And these are all for fun, so as long as we have fun at the end.
Yeah. It's not like we got thousands of dollars on the line here. But yeah, Esperanza, the good default push, I think. There's nothing you really can't do on Esperanza. You can run dive here, you can play slow, you can play fast, you can run ball. There's Blank coming back in over beach ball. Interesting choice given that Blank lost the first map. Resident Thinker.
I think he just wants to play some more ball here. Maybe Winston. I'm not sure what else he would.
Esperanza is quite a good ball map. As on the other side, we do also see Nimbus coming back in for Shmi. So maybe just the way these rosters feel most comfortable being set up. Hard to say.
Teams are saying they're ready up. I am ready to go into whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready and excited. I'm ready and excited for map 3. Like the thing with Overwatch is like if your team's like just 1% better, like often even in a best of 3 series, you're not gonna lose a map because you're just 1% better. So extra maps are not that common, and to get one in our first round, hopefully that's a good sign of things to come for this organized chaos.
Ready to go in.
We're headed in 1-1 Comfy Cowboys versus Dream Team, and we still got what 2-3 more matches to go. I think it's just 2 actually.
I think it's 2 more.
2 more matches to go. Yeah, winner of this plays your team, I think.
We are playing somebody else, and then the winner from that plays the winner of this.
Winner of that match plays the winner of this match. Yeah. Sorry, me when I'm just making things up. I love lying to chat. What can I say?
We spread a little misinformation.
As a treat.
Some of that bread would
nice
be a
kitchen,
treat.
by the way. Like that's kind of a nice little kitchen. That bread looks real good too. I don't know much about Portuguese cuisine. Like I feel like when you talk about bread, you think about like France. Yeah.
Well, bread is a common staple in every cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about like the really fancy breads. Blank, hovering that hazard I talked about earlier.
Okay. Going up into a Winston would be very fun. It's very much a dive heavy map.
Yeah, you usually see dive here, but there is nothing wrong with playing brawl here. As running out on that hazard and got the Venture. Venture I feel like criminally underrated. Actually quite a strong hero they are, but not played that much.
I've seen some of them in some like more quick play games, but not quite any in comp yet.
Hasn't really started to break into comp orders yet. Slash in, connects on a Bowser. The wall's pretty solid too, but able to sustain. That's the power of this Ana, is the Ana can just sustain in the way the Kiriko can't, as Nimbus drops, Puffles down under a lot of pressure. Will file to Kaisuko, but Kaisuko gets their life. EV just too low though in this hazard. The big pressure I think is gonna prove differential, and I think it's gonna see Comfy Cowboys get the first meter, which none of this true meter, right? They have 2 meters.
That's alright. They're just really trying to
desperately looking really desperately looking for a stagger kill there was Dream Team. Just some kind of exit frag. Couldn't find it though.
And here you just hold a high ground, watch as they try to poke out from the bottom or the middle or the left, rather. Let me see. Any swaps coming in? Proper on Cassidy. Okay. I like the positioning of Count the Cowboys right now.
Yeah, like this high ground is very dominant, especially for hit scan. And it's going to make Nimbus' life really hard as he desperately tries to run, but Kaisuko gets the meme down. Proper connects onto Delta Jaden now, and Eevee picks up that hazard. Trades back and forth as Puffles now falls. Eevee doesn't have much health, but is it enough? It is at least to get Kaisuko, and they do have a Lucio with them, and woo, chaotic fight that one.
Eevee swapping over to Risa, do more of a brawl, a little pokey, but it does seem to work with the Lucio speeding them around.
Yeah.
You just gotta take control of those high grounds that... Oh, Blank swaps to Risa for the mirror.
I thought we didn't like counter swapping Blank. Oh, Nimbus gets chunked. Wicked not able to get there in time to capitalize. Now Proper, the nade force defensively, but it does catch Blank. Oh, but the counter punch, the defensive utility got expended. I think it was Kaisugal hitting some big rockets and maybe a spear from Blank in there as well, and resources got expended. Beat didn't quite come up in time.
Wicked was doing it really great, just taking the last little final blows in those fights. I think 3 or 4 of them at least. Just being able to be everywhere.
Wicked's been an all-star for Comfy Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Wicked gets a little greedy though. Does manage to trade for the beat, which isn't that bad. Oh, the beat from Cozy Cowboys doesn't connect up to Kaisuko though. He falls. Pressure big from Dream Team. Yeah, it's a very important fight win for them, and they're probably gonna take it here. Yep.
Yep. And they'll take it back.
Ults trade beat for Terra Surge and win the fight. You're pretty happy with that, I think.
Yeah, when you have 4 ults coming online, I think the economy's pretty good. I mean, each team has a bit, but with the nano is what I'm looking at, like nano visor.
This nano visor could be devastating. Not if Ender just hits a headshot though. Critical headshot. Manages to escape low on HP, but not able to be hunted down. Eevee gets a trade. Eevee now nanoed. Blank gets a 2K Terra Surge though. I don't think Blank cares that Eevee's nanoed.
Alright, and the bot swings back the other way.
This is the threat of push a lot of the time, is that if you just trade if one team wins like 2 or 3 fights in a row, and then you just trade fights every time, you walk the bot back to your barricade, they walk it back to theirs, you walk it back to yours, and eventually you just run out of time. Huffle's now over to that Baptiste after spending the Ana. What do you think of that?
I don't mind it. It's a lot of heals, and window is a cooldown.
Yeah, true. B trying to drive his team forward as the visor comes out. Great kite coming through, though. From Comfy Cowboys, they take a lot of damage, but they are able to escape Eevee. Eventually looking for this Terra Surge. Kitsune laid down. Blank still low though. Eevee's Terra Surge popped. No one dies. Both sides running desperately low on HP, and it's Puffles first to fall. That's all the healing for Dream Team gone. Good work by, I think that was Proper, to get the bot all the way back to that barricade. They do die now, but it's actually very crucial bot still.
Just a little meterage, yeah. Ooh.
Wicked. I mean, it's in his name. Can we blame him?
Yeah. And honestly, with the disengage there from the Cowboys was a really good heads-up play. Just no to disengage from that visor.
Yeah. Ooh. I think there was a spear onto Nimbus there from Blank. That's a very, very bad stagger. That's so unfortunate that he couldn't be saved.
Yeah, that's going to give up a lot of space here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to go for it even without Nimbus, but the visor from the high ground, that's a lot of threat. Good hide ability, but it just sets up a pulse bomb for Wicked. Everyone's stuck in one corner from the visor. Nimbus gets Delta Jaden, and maybe that's a consolation, but Meteor just threatening to go over 100, and big swaps coming through from the side of Dream Team.
Yeah, if the bot can get around this second corner into where this trolley is, it becomes really tough for them to push further, but, I mean, you got so much more extra meter.
Yeah. I mean, like, they probably can just win off this Mirage if they play their cards right. Oh, Nimbus. Just been a target all night long, and I don't know if we even needed that beat, but I guess for the cleanup, like, you're so far ahead, how much could it matter?
Yeah, you're coming up on
Hopefully,
Kitsune. Sorry, go ahead.
there's a beat close. No, that's okay. There's a beat close for Bowser. Maybe there's some playoff of that, but this map so far has been really heavy. Oh, that's a huge early pick, though. Great coordination between Eevee and Bowser. Ender falls, and Blank just doesn't have the HP to keep him, or the healing to keep him up. Well, step 1 to getting this lead back is to take the bot back, and step 2 is fleet skill to 76. Thank you.
Yeah, just a little stagger there. Yeah, that was totally planned.
Still catches Delta's respawn wave though, so it's not that big of a problem. Another Nano Visor threatening, and again, there's no beat to answer it. Last time it was stopped by Ender just getting 2 headshots into Nimbus. We'll see how it's played this time. Blank pushing aggressively. The ball can't really hold space into the Orisa, but I don't know if the ball cares. Pulse Bomb goes wide. Great headshots into Bowser. Can't stay alive. Ender down. Visor rolling. Players being traded. Back and forth. Puffles decides to hold the Nano. Does that punish them? Probably not. I think it's just Wicked left against Eevee and Proper.
Yeah, if Eevee or if Wicked could get out here, it would be really good to regroup.
Well, there's 3 players from Comfy Cowboys on the cart now. Eevee might have to give this up.
Yeah.
Wicked gets their recall forced in kind of a dangerous position with Bowser back, Delta Jaden. Wow, this coordination from Dream Team on the Falcon has been next level.
I really think their dive works really well for them.
Yeah, I mean, you just thought there again. The Visor and Kitsune come out together, and there's just a slam and a Soldier Rocket to follow it up, and suddenly things looking a little bit dicey for Comfy Cowboys. They had a lot of meters, and they still do, but this is going to be a checkpoint for Dream Team.
Yeah, you would think. Oh. Okay, Proper.
Settle down.
Yeah, I like that. They didn't try and stall with Delta and Wicked both like hovering on point. It's just good to get a regroup here.
Just get that, especially with the 6 damage from Bullet being crazy. Just get that Tracer out of there.
Got a pulse looking.
This B, Bowser's been holding onto it for a while. Can't even find a way to use it. Dies again, but there's a Nano Blade and no more Wicked. Everyone just runs away from the Nano Blade though. Is it going to be enough? I think it is. It's just a 1 HP Kai'Sicle, and I mean, Bowser's just been dying before they can use this beat, but it hasn't really been mattering just yet.
Yeah, maybe you just match beat for beat now when Jaden gets his next fight. Or you can engage early with it.
We'll have to see. It's not the easiest ult to use with the ball comp. It's Blank now mirroring the ball comp. I don't think Nimbus entirely saw that one coming. Gotta find a trade now if you're Dream Team. You're very short on time, but with Puffles and Bowser down. Oh, that's such a crucial fight win. I don't know if Dream Team can even get back to the bot.
With 10, 7, yeah, I don't know. I think you just don't push and...
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Looks like Eevee. Oh, Eevee catches Ender with the mines. If they can live, that's huge, but the Tracer does so much damage. Beat lands only onto 2, but it will keep them sustained in this fight for the time being. Nimbus ducking, dodging, diving, juking, Ajaxing Jaden! Is it enough? Is the Ajax enough? It's Proper and Wicked up against Blank, and it's Proper and Bowser up against Blank and Wicked. They're so low. Can't Eevee make it? Eevee does make it. Desperate staggers here from Dream Team, but Wicked's back, and with them so much damage, and just barely, Comfy Cowboys get that reverse sweep. And wow, what a series, though.
That is amazing. Great showing from the Comfy Cowboys.
Honestly, a little bit of a shame one of these teams had to lose because they both had such incredibly well-coordinated dives for a draft league.
Absolutely, and Wicked getting player of the game. They were such a star player here.
Wicked's my player of the match. I do not care what you say. I'm not like this. They were everywhere. Well, with that, we're gonna hand you off to to Night Swan, and I don't know if Night Swan has a buddy just yet, so sorry if you're solo casting this Night Swan, but I'm going to hand this off to Night Swan as Shay going to bring you match 2, and we'll see you in just a bit.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.